Welcome to Informed Tourist AI. Ready to uncover the hidden risks in this video? We're about to dive headfirst into a world where adventure and danger collide. What if I told you that the most beautiful destinations hide dangers you'd never expect? Think postcard-perfect beaches with currents that could sweep you away, or majestic mountains hiding treacherous trails? Stick around to learn how to stay safe. We're talking about the kind of stuff that'll make you think twice before booking that ticket. Stay until the end to discover the #1 danger you'd never see coming. Trust me, after this, you'll be packing your common sense right next to your sunscreen. Please subscribe to Informed Tourist AI. Now on with the video. Alright, adventurers, let's kick things off in Pamplona, Spain, where every year, brave souls, or maybe just crazy ones, line up for the running of the bulls. Picture this: narrow, cobblestone streets, a cacophony of shouts and pounding hooves, and you, dodging 600 pounds of angry bull. Sounds like a good time, right? Well, maybe not. Each year, dozens of runners are trampled, gored, or worse. We're talking broken bones, internal injuries, the works. It's a chaotic free-for-all where one wrong step can mean the difference between a good story and a hospital bed. Now, I'm all for pushing your limits, but this is one adventure where a healthy dose of fear is your best friend. Remember, these aren't cuddly farm animals, they're powerful creatures with a bit of a temper. So, unless you fancy yourself a real-life matador, maybe stick to watching from the sidelines on this one. Next up, we're heading to China, where Mount Hua awaits with its infamous plank path. Now, I've scaled my fair share of cliffs in my time, but this, my friends, is a whole other level of crazy. Imagine this: you're clinging to wooden planks barely wider than your foot, bolted precariously to the side of a sheer cliff face. Oh, and did I mention there's a several thousand-foot drop below? No safety nets, no guardrails, just you, the wind, and the overwhelming urge to empty your stomach. They call it the plank walk of doom for a reason, folks. One wrong step, one gust of wind, and it's sayonara. But hey, at least the views are incredible, right? Just kidding, you'll be too busy clinging on for dear life to even notice, so, unless you've got a death wish and a pair of ironclad nerves, maybe give this one a miss. Alright, thrill seekers, let's dive into the blue hole of Belize, a diver's paradise, or so they say. Now, I've plunged into some murky depths in my time, but this underwater sinkhole is a whole different beast. Picture this: you descend into a seemingly bottomless blue abyss, the sunlight fading with every meter. The water is crystal clear, but the visibility can change in an instant. And then there are the tunnels, narrow passages that snake through the coral, just waiting to trap the unwary diver. Oh, and did I mention the nitrogen narcosis? Yeah, that's a thing. Basically, the deeper you go, the more nitrogen your brain absorbs, turning you into a giggling, confused mess. Not exactly ideal when you're navigating a labyrinthine underwater cave system. So, unless you're a seasoned diver with nerves of steel and a thing for claustrophobic adventures, maybe stick to snorkeling on this one. Skydiving over Everest, a leap of faith and oxygen. Next up, we're taking to the skies for a little skydiving adventure over Mount Everest. Now, I've jumped out of plenty of planes in my day, but even I have to admit, this one takes the cake. Imagine this: you're free-falling from 29,029 feet, the highest point on Earth, with the wind screaming past your ears and the ground rushing up to meet you. The views are breathtaking, sure, but the air is so thin you can barely breathe. One wrong move, one equipment malfunction, and it's a long way down. And don't even get me started on the cold. We're talking temperatures that can freeze your spit before it hits the ground. So, unless you've got a death wish, a hankering for altitude sickness, and a thing for extreme temperatures, maybe give this one a miss. Shark cage diving. Gansbai's jaws of terror. Alright, adrenaline junkies, let's head to Gansbai, South Africa, the great white shark capital of the world. This small fishing town has become a hotspot for thrill seekers and marine enthusiasts alike, all eager to come face to face with one of the ocean's most formidable predators. Now, I've had my fair share of close encounters with predators, but this one's not for the faint of heart. The anticipation builds as you don your wetsuit and step onto the boat, the salty sea breeze mixing with the scent of adventure. Imagine this: you're submerged in a metal cage, the murky depths swirling around you, the smell of salt and fear heavy in the air. The water is cold and every shadow seems to hide a lurking danger. Your heart pounds as you grip the bars, peering into the abyss. And then you see it, a flash of teeth, a dark shape gliding through the water, a great white shark in all its terrifying glory. Its eyes, black and unfeeling, lock onto you, and for a moment, time stands still. The sheer size and power of this creature are awe-inspiring. Sure, the cage is supposed to protect you, but let's be real, those bars won't do much if a ton of hungry predator decides to really go for it. The metal creaks under the pressure as the shark nudges the cage, testing its strength. you can't help but wonder if the cage will hold. We're talking about creatures that can bite through bone like it's butter. Their jaws are designed for maximum destruction, and their teeth are like serrated knives perfect for tearing through flesh. It's a humbling reminder of nature's raw power. So, unless you're a certified shark whisperer with a death wish, maybe stick to watching Shark Week from the safety of your couch. But if you're brave enough to take the plunge, Gansbai offers an unforgettable experience that will leave you with stories to tell for a lifetime. Just remember, the ocean is their domain, and we are merely visitors in their world. Base jumping in Lauterbrunnen, a dance with death. This is not just any ordinary extreme sport, it's a heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping dance with death itself. Next up, we're off to Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland, a place they call the Valley of Death for a reason. Nestled in the Swiss Alps, this valley is a mecca for thrill-seekers from around the globe. Now I've jumped off my fair share of cliffs, but this, my friends, is base jumping on steroids. The cliffs here are not just high, they are towering monoliths that challenge even the most seasoned jumpers. Imagine this. You're standing on the edge of a sheer cliff face, thousands of feet above the valley floor, your heart pounding in your chest. The wind is howling in your ears, and every instinct in your body is screaming at you to step back. You take a deep breath, take the leap, and for a few glorious seconds you're flying. The sensation is indescribable, a mix of terror and exhilaration as you plummet towards the earth. But then reality sets in. The ground is rushing up to meet you, and you have only moments to react. You've got mere seconds to deploy your parachute, to navigate the treacherous winds, to avoid smashing into the unforgiving rock face. Every decision, every movement is a matter of life and death. One wrong move, one gust of wind, and it's game over. The margin for error is razor thin, and the consequences are dire. So, unless you've got a death wish, a thing for extreme heights, and a parachute packed by someone who actually knows what they're doing, maybe give this one a miss. But for those who dare, Lauterbrunnen offers the ultimate test of courage and skill. It's not just a jump, it's a battle against gravity, a dance with death, and a testament to the human spirit's unquenchable thirst for adventure. Alright, thrill seekers, let's head to Acapulco, Mexico, where La Quebrada awaits with its heart-stopping cliff dives. Now, I've taken a few plunges in my time, but this one's not for the faint of heart. Imagine this. You're perched on the edge of a jagged cliff, the waves crashing against the rocks below, the wind whipping through your hair. You take a deep breath, summon your courage, and take the leap. But here's the catch. You've got to time your jump perfectly. Too early, and you'll belly flop from a dizzying height. Too late, and you'll be crushed against the rocks by the relentless waves. It's a delicate dance with gravity, timing, and a whole lot of luck. So, unless you've got a death wish, a thing for heights, and a superhuman sense of timing, maybe stick to the swimming pool on this one. Volcano boarding Nicaragua's ash-covered roller coaster. Next up, we're off to Nicaragua, where Cerro Negro volcano awaits with its unique brand of adventure volcano boarding. Now, I've slid down my fair share of slopes in my time, but this, my friends, is next-level crazy. Imagine this. You're perched atop a volcano, a board strapped to your feet, a plume of smoke rising from the crater behind you. You take a deep breath, push off, and hurtle down the ash-covered slope at breakneck speed. The wind screams in your ears, the ground rushes beneath you, and the only thing slowing you down is the friction of your shoes against the volcanic rock. Oh, and did I mention the possibility of eruptions? Yeah, that's a thing. So, unless you've got a death wish, a thing for speed, and a penchant for volcanic ash in your teeth, maybe give this one a miss. Bungee jumping in Macau, a leap of faith, from 764 feet. This is not just any ordinary jump, it's a test of courage, a challenge to your inner fears, and an experience that will leave you breathless in more ways than one. Alright, adrenaline junkies, let's head to Macau, China, where the Macau Tower, the world's highest commercial bungee jump, awaits. Standing tall at 764 feet, this tower is not just an architectural marvel, but a beacon for thrill seekers from around the globe. Now, I've taken a few leaps of faith in my time, but this one's not for the faint of heart. The preparation itself is a ritual, a moment to gather your thoughts, steady your nerves, and mentally prepare for the jump of a lifetime. Imagine this. You're standing on a platform 764 feet above the ground, your heart pounding in your chest, the wind whipping through your hair. The view is breathtaking, but it's hard to focus on the scenery when you're about to take such a monumental leap. You take a deep breath, summon your courage, and take the plunge. The initial moment of freefall is indescribable, a mix of sheer terror and exhilarating freedom. It's a moment where time seems to stand still, and all your senses are heightened. The ground rushes up to meet you, your stomach leaps into your throat, and for a few terrifying seconds you're in freefall. It's a sensation that defies description, a blend of fear and euphoria that only those who have taken the leap can truly understand. But here's the thing. A lot can go wrong. The bungee cord, your lifeline, is meticulously checked and rechecked. The technicians are highly trained, but the risk is always there. Equipment failure, miscalculations, even a sudden gust of wind can turn this thrill ride into a disaster. The margin for error is slim, and the consequences can be dire. So, unless you've got a death wish, a thing for heights, and an unshakable faith in the laws of physics, maybe stick to the Ferris wheel on this one. The Ferris wheel offers a gentle, scenic ride, a stark contrast to the heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping experience of bungee jumping. It's a reminder that while some seek the thrill of the extreme, others find joy in the simple pleasures. Whitewater rafting, taming the Zambezi's fury. Finally, we're off to the Zambezi River, where Class 5 rapids await to test your mettle. Now, I've navigated my fair share of treacherous waters, but this, my friends, is whitewater rafting on steroids. Imagine this. You're in an inflatable raft, paddling furiously as the Zambezi's currents toss you around like a rag doll. The roar of the water is deafening, the spray stinging your face, the adrenaline coursing through your veins, but here's the thing, one wrong move, one mistimed stroke, and you could be thrown overboard, smashed against a rock, or worse, trapped beneath the churning water. We're talking about rapids so powerful they can flip a raft in an instant. So, unless you're a seasoned rafter with nerves of steel and a penchant for near-death experiences, maybe stick to a lazy river on this one. Stay safe, stay informed, stay adventurous. So there you have it, folks. 10 of the most dangerous tourist activities in the world. Remember, adventure is out there, but it's important to be prepared, to know your limits, and to respect the power of nature. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist AI. Hit the like button and subscribe to stay safe and informed on your travels. Now check out one of these videos. Stay safe out there, and keep exploring responsibly. Until next time.